Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Otters Playfield. I hope I have the name right. The Otters Radio Range, yes, old Radio Range, with the old ABS. And we want to welcome you to the Antigua Parish League Network as we bring you live coverage of the schools on the 20 Girls Football League. And today we have competing, we have Otters Secondary School. They're coming up against the Jennings Secondary School. And so we're just about getting ready for kickoff here as the teams are lining up. Shortly we will give you the teams that are on the field of play, and we do hope that you will enjoy our coverage right here on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and our Instagram page. And we're working to see if we can get something live on our CTV channel, Channel 8. But before I go any further, let me just introduce my co-commentator, Cedric. Good afternoon and welcome again back to the Parish League Network.
And good afternoon to those of you listening live, and good afternoon to you as well. You know, it's from the weather, looking at the weather, it seems like a lovely day here for football, and I'm just here, I'm hoping to see a good game from both of these teams, because from all information, Otters Comprehensive is the reigning champion of the under-20 girls football in the school league.
Well, there's a lot to play for the Jennings School, so they're trying to get the upper hand of the champion. And there we got the kickoff whistle, and so play is in touch right here as Jennings takes initial control of the ball.
Well, that number 7 player there for Jennings seems to be a very strong player. You know, the way how she moved there on the western side of the field. But Comprehensive, being the champion they are, they were ready for her. The defense was in place, waiting for her. But just for, I'm seeing, it seems like these two teams know each other. They are playing very aggressive, moving the ball very fast out there. And we're just... See what I'm talking about? They need to have a little patience with the ball here, especially Jennings. That's the third time now they have been moving down there, and the player just kept their head down and went on the flank instead of looking up to make that pass. And here they are again, number 7 with the ball. She still has it. Looks like she's been burnt out there a little, because of those few runs there.
Most certainly, it looks like Jennings is coming out on their high octane. They're really pushing hard on that right flank going to the south here. And so it'll be interesting to see how Otters Comprehensive absorb the initial pressure being applied by the Jennings school team here. Let me just quickly run through the lineups that we have on the field for the start as the corner comes into play here. And sloppy piece of work here by the Jennings team, kicking it out of touch.
Yeah, they got to take care of their touches. The touches is very important, and when we say touches, we're talking about control, passing. If you get the touches right, your team can be in a good position to win. But if you keep, fumbling it, kicking it badly, then you put your team in a position to play more defense, because the ball will always come back attacking your defensive end. But so far, the pressure has been applied by Jennings on Comprehensive, because Comprehensive have not passed the half line as yet to try and make an attack.
Seems to be quite a bit of infringement on the throw-ins. There have been two infringement calls, one on both teams in terms of the throw-in. And certainly they are not getting their technical skills right here. But in the meantime, let me just try and run through the teams quickly for you viewers, so you can probably catch up with the numbers, because we are identifying them by the numbers on the back. For the Jennings School, we have Captain DeQuana Henry, Wakeitha Charles, Onella Morgan, Abigail Donaldson, Shamika Benjamin, Shalida Byers, Latoya Williams, Cecilia Roberts, she's in the goalkeep, Natasha Parker, Shaquantia Benjamin, and Frenette Lynch. And I ask to be forgiven if I call any of your children name incorrectly. I'm just trying to read some handwriting here. So,
well, as they would say, better you than me.
Okay, let me just make one correction here. Number 12, Natasha Parker. No, she's not starting. She's actually Shalise Thomas. She's the one that's starting for
Jennings Secondary. Yes. But it's a free kick given here to Jennings secondary, the first free kick of the game. Let's see what will happen here with this one. Would they go straight on goal, or they have a set piece that they will run? Well, they went straight on goal, and there was a little mishap by the defense there, but somehow that things went good for them because Jennings did not capitalize on that one. But here comes Comprehensive, but Jennings still with it, still wondering who's going to win this one. Comprehensive trying their best, but every time you look, a player for Jennings seems to be there to cut out some kind of a pass that the Comprehensive team is making, and here comes Jennings again down the field.
Yeah, you know, when you look at the Jennings team, they're just really physically stronger than the Otters team, and so they kind of bullied them so far around. But one of the things that I've liked so far, I've seen the teams trying to string some passes. Here's a little attack, a chance here, but an opportunity there for Otters Comprehensive there, but they weren't able to capitalize on it, but still in possession, and the ball is crossed into the middle, and there's a chance, and there is a whistle. Looked like, was that a handball?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so a little attack here, a little counter attack here by the Jennings team, but unfortunately for them, they were not able to capitalize on that slight opportunity there.
You know, even though that call was a very good call by the official, one of the things that really struck me is that, well, they're playing the two-half structure. One ref controlled one half, the other ref. And if you realize that the ref on the other half made the call for that foul instead of the ref who was right on the play for that one. So, you know, yes, a good call, but not really that official call there.
Well, I'm going to stand up a bit for the official there. She did that in my little pre-game talk with her. She was a little bit nervous when I told her I was from the media. She said, "Hey, this is my second game, you know, be easy on me, you know." So we're going to watch her. We're not going to grade her too hard. And it's good to see, you know, females playing a role in the whole officiating and management of a game structure.
Yes, and I totally agree with you, you know, because the more official you have, the better the game can be, because we can see the same officials all the time, you know, get the interchange. So I'm happy for that information. So yes, we'll just ease up off the ref a little.
Jennings again, and you know what I'm seeing is Jennings is really using their body size over. I just saw one of the Jennings players just give a hard push to the Otters Comprehensive player there, and one Otters Comprehensive player is down. Not certain if she's hurt or just a bit winded, but referees has allowed the play to continue.
Well, it was a ball and ball play, and I guess what happened, the strongest player prevailed there. But here comes Comprehensive. Here they come, still with the ball. A nice pass there to the midfield player, but she went right back where the play came from, and Jennings was right there. But here comes Comprehensive still. That looks like an offside. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The ref says offside, because from here, before the ball was played through, the player there for Comprehensive was standing in the offside position, and yes, the ref saw it, and that's offside on that player there for Otters Comprehensive. So here comes Jennings with the kick. Jennings, Comprehensive still with it. Comprehensive looking to try to get the first goal here, but Jennings defense decide to step it up a little notch. But here comes Jennings now trying to get down the field. You know, if it's one thing I realize about both teams, you know, they try to kick the ball up, you know, hoping that they will make the win. You know, you would like to see a little more passing, just like we just saw, that nice string pass there, that you can be more assertive, be more confident that you have the ball, that you can make the play and goal to try to get that goal.
Most definitely, but I must say, I want to give them a little credit though. I see they're making the effort to string some passes along. They may not have the precise control that you would like to see, but I must say, I'm pleased so far to see what I'm seeing. They're trying to string some passes together, especially the Jennings team. They have a little bit more control. They're more powerful, obviously, than the Otters Comprehensive team, and so and one thing I must say with the Jennings team, they're very relentless. They just keep coming at the artist comprehensive players.
And that might just be their downfall, because they might burn out while the comprehensive ladies are more right now playing more relaxed, and they will have more energy to finish the game. So the young ladies from Jennings need to be careful how they just run all over the field, because this is a 90-minute game. Well, I'm hoping that it's still 90-minute game.
The referee did tell me before it would have gone up to 60 minutes, 30 minutes a half.
Oh, so that's
normally 35 minutes apparently.
Okay.
Because of the late start, we cut it to 30. I don't know if it was cut down further. She told me it was 60 minutes, 30 minutes and a half. Let me just quickly run through the Otters comprehensive team. So they're captained by Zanisha Samuel, and in goalkeep they have LaShantia Cooper. They will be on the field with Abisha Henry. Put on my glasses. Yeah, Abisha Henry, Godisha Gonzalez, Kadian D'Souza, Alexia Farrell, Tamara Lake, Mahalia Chatham, Chandroy Samuel, Sharari Peters, and Kanija Marcel. Hey, let me tell you, when we used to go to school, right, names are so simple. Peter, Paul, Mary, Sue, and nowadays all these names, man, names are so complicated.
That's so true.
The manager for the Otters comprehensive team, they're managed by Kanisha Peters. And let me tell you something, Cedric. One of the fine things I found when I went by the Otters team, it was the coach that showed me. They showed me Karen Warner, and I said, "Who's the manager?" And then they showed me a player in a uniform. So it's one of their peers who is managing the Otters comprehensive team, and I felt that was so good to see that they are encouraging leadership among their group setting there.
Yes, that's certainly very true. That's good. It's always good to have a student, someone that loves the game, that someone will be around, because most times some school will have a teacher, and that teacher might want to go home, might have a family, and so it's good that you can have the student there being the manager of the team, getting things done there on that level.
Most definitely, and the coach of the Jennings Secondary School, Miss Isaac, there.
So it's a throw-in here for Jennings.
The coach is Joel Potter Isaac,
yes.
Isaac. And let me tell you, I have to give the coaches some credit. People sometimes focus on the players a lot more than the superstars. But look, I saw the coaches trying to deal with all these girls during the warm-up, and I saw that challenge. Everybody's chit-chatting, and you're trying to get everybody's attention, and you're trying to get them to focus on what is ahead of you. And so the coaches must be given some level of credit. And I do hope that the ministry, the business community, we can find a way to work together to provide some of the resources that are needed for these young girls, young boys, in our sporting discipline, because it's a very big challenge for these coaches working with these young students. Some of them, their parents may not be able to financially support the discipline that they wish to participate in. Some of them fall on the wayside because they don't get the necessary tools, and they have the skill set, and so we just hope that we can find that correct mixture. And here's an opportunity, but ball going through, and good work there by the keeper for Otters.
I like what you just said, because it is really needed. It is really needed, not just in football, but in sports general, in the school system. The schools need the help, the children need the help, and I really appreciate what you just said, because it is something that is needed to be done to help youngsters when it comes to sport. And here comes
for Jennings, and the transport. Oh, she bobbled it. I'm not even certain if she got a foot onto that ball. Looked like it just bounced by her side and probably got distracted by the Jennings play, the Otters comprehensive play there. I don't know what you saw there, Cedric, but I didn't get the impression she got any body onto that ball.
From my vantage point, it looks like she was looking back at the comprehensive defender instead of keeping her concentration on the ball, and when it was time to really hit, the ball hit a bump somewhere there, and the ball went away from her. That was sad, because that was a breakthrough there for them, and it didn't work out.
Most definitely, it was a good through pass there, and really Jennings should have capitalized on that opportunity. But here is Otters Comprehensive now trying to make something there, but so far the Jennings player, they're really coming hard at them, not giving them any break. But and a little slide tackle there, just kicking that one out of bounds. So out of touch, sorry. So definitely Jennings really playing this game at a very high level at the moment.
I'm very impressed just from what I'm seeing. You know, usually the times you will see a game, a school game, and most of the players, everybody will run with the bodies. But I'm watching these ladies, and they're keeping their form, if whatever form they're playing, and they're holding their lines, and they're not making a jumble up at one corner. You know, and that's very good from the young ladies here today.
I know. Growing up, you know, we used to say, "Hey, you're playing boom football. It does boom in the box."
Yes.
And we haven't seen much of that. We've seen the ladies trying to put some passes together.
Come on, look at this.
Sorry about that break, guys. Just having a little sprinkle here, so we're just trying to secure some of the equipment. If there's any interruption in our coverage, guys, this is due to the rain. We're getting a little shower of blessings, so of course we have to secure our equipment. So we might be limited in terms of the broadcast that we provide. Let's hope it's just a passing shower and doesn't interfere with our. And Cedric, also, it's good to see the support on the sideline from the community and from other, school personnel supporting their varying team.
Oh yes. It's always a pride to go and watch your school play. I remember back in our days, even our headmaster would say, remember the boys are playing today, and all of the students need to be at the game, you know, and so it's always a privilege to support your school. You know, I must say, when I was told about this game between Comprehensive and Jennings, because I know Comprehensive is the last champion, I was looking for a one-sided game in the sense of Comprehensive being dominant here today, but so far Jennings has showed me that they're not just here to participate, but they're here to try and yes, to compete. Yes, because they're looking pretty much good today. They're not holding back, and they're playing very hard and playing together as well. I
want to really give the coach of Jennings some real credit. From what I'm seeing here, the players seem to have an idea of what they're trying to achieve. They may not be executing to the level that the coach would like, or you'd like to see, but you could see there's an intent in their game, and I think that is all a coach could ask for players of this caliber, of this level. I'm sure some of them may be playing for the first time, maybe second, third year, so it's really good to see that at least it looks like a fundamental plan is coming from these teams.
Oh yes. Because it's not easy. It's not easy being a coach in the school system. Some people will watch, and some people, and all they will have to say about the coaches is more criticism than whatever. But if you understand the system that these coaches coach under, you will give them more credit than you think, because they need it. Because when a coach has to go into a school, let's look at Atlas Comprehensive School, which is a big school, and you have the different categories in under 16, under 14, and under 20, and one coach has to coach 3 different teams. You understand? Yeah. It's difficult for a coach to coach 3 different teams. So the work that they're putting
for Atlas Comprehensive, but again, Jennings using their power, just pushing the Otters striker out of the way there.
Yes. So it's a goal kick. Seems like a goal kick for Jennings. Yes, it is a goal kick for Jennings. Comprehensive. Looked like they were going to have the first goal, but somehow just didn't work out for them. But here Jennings with the ball, trying to go downfield. They're right down in that western corner there on the right hand side of the field, going on the southern end. Jennings still with it. That young lady there seems to look like a very nippy player there, but Jennings still applying the pressure. Jennings with it. That was a bad pass there, and Comprehensive was able to break it up there. But here comes Jennings again, still keeping the pressure. Here comes Comprehensive. Looks like the main defender there has a handful today with these young ladies from Jennings. Jennings still with the ball. Here comes Comprehensive. Here comes Comprehensive. Yes, it's still Comprehensive. A missed kick there by the defender. And here comes Comprehensive. The keeper decided to stay on the line, and the shot straight to the keeper. And a lovely hole there. And the keeper is bouncing there. I'm telling you.
Feeling good about that. That was perfect height right into her chest there, and she was able to corral that in. But I just want to go back a bit on the coaches, Cedric, because a lot of time, again, as I said, we like to focus. We want to see the star players.
Right.
You understand? But you spoke about the 3 different teams. But just imagine going to your home. You might have a daughter or a son, and try and see the challenge you have in managing those 2. Just imagine having to take, you have 13, 14 girls in one team, different personalities, different characters, different background, and you have to manage all of that and still teach them the discipline, the technical skill of the game. And so it is an extremely huge task.
Yes, it is.
At all times, just shower them with some credit and praise as they try to assist our youngsters along.
Oh yes, they deserve it. I can hear the coach there, one of the coaches for Jennings Secondary, because from what I know, each secondary school has a male coach and a female coach in the football stuff. Okay. So as you see, Mr. I can't remember his name, but he's a national player as well. He's at Jennings Secondary with the other coach, the female coach. So he's here helping out, being the team they are at Jennings Secondary.
And that is excellent. Good to see when the national players are able to give back to the community, to the schools, because that is only how you're going to grow the sport. And we have a lot of talk about how sports is dying in Antigua. The youths are no longer interested, and I think we have to reach back into the community, because remember growing up, you in the streets, it'll be football. We put 2 stones aside, and we call it lick a goal, and we're running up and down. Where it's cricket, same thing. You don't see that in the communities anymore. You don't see the children doing that. Yes, I know people say, we have more vehicles on the road and la la la, but we have to get back into the communities to get that interest going. And if the school is a start, let's start there.
That is what I tell people all the time. I call what you just said the missing link. The missing link. That community, that you walk through the community and you see children playing there in the streets, and that's the missing link right now in our communities.
I don't know if you noticed the keeper for the Jennings school, she's keeping without any gloves.
I realized that. I was like, wow.
So when the referee asks, where's your glove? He said, I don't have any gloves to keep it with my hand. She said, yes, I'm using my hands.
Maybe her hands are small and they can't fit in the gloves, Oh, but the coach is Kendra Mack. Yes, Kendra Mack. Yes, that's his name. Yes, no, the name came to mind.
Back on play as Otters Comprehensive, trying to string some passes together, but just not being very effective with stringing these passes together. But Cedric, I'm not certain if you're recognizing, slowly but surely, the attention is kind of switching to the Jennings half. No, I don't know if the Jennings players are getting a little bit tired or what, but more of the ball is now being...
No, because if you really look at it, when the Jennings team attacks, they have at least 5 players going forward.
Opportunity for a goal, and the keeper coming out and punching it. And there's a big defender there. You can see she's a bit struggling with coordination, but Jennings have been able to withstand, and Otters Comprehensive is back again, trying to counter, make an attack here. And there's a nice pass and another one, and the keeper is going out, the player is going out, and the keeper is doing pretty well there, making a nice stop, and the Otters Comprehensive ladies down. Is she hurt or just a bit fatigued from all that effort? And she gets back up. Yep.
I tell you, I'm enjoying myself watching the goalkeeper for Jennings Secondary. I'm telling you, the young lady seems to be enjoying what she's doing, because every time she comes up with a stop, you can see the celebration in her. Oh my. But Jennings with it. Oh, good touches. Oh, that was a bad control there, miscontrol. But still,
even with that, Cedric, I like that, because I saw the intention to try to touch it back. Yes, you did not execute, but at this level, I just want to see the intent. I want to see, because as you grow, as you mature in the sport, then the technical skills will develop.
And that's correct. That's very much correct. And I think these young ladies understand this, because this is not an overnight thing. This is something that takes time. Because if it's one thing about the school system, somebody can be going to the school and decide to wait until they're 15, 16 to say they want to play football. And you know how difficult it is to coach somebody at that age, just starting for the first time. And the thing is, you can't tell them, you can't come to practice, because as long as the person is going to the school, that person have all rights to represent their school, to try and represent their school. So, coaching, I tell you, I must say kudos to the coaches here.
Most certainly. So there's going to be a goal kick for the Jennings. She takes it back up, not making up her mind what she wants to do. So here comes the big player. Let me see if I can get her number. This is a big player here. She's going to be doing that kick, so I guess that's going to go long. Left foot, and not a very productive kick, but got away with it.
Looks like number 5 from here.
That number, what number is that? She runs hard at everything.
That the little girl for Jennings, right? Yeah. Yes.
She runs hard at everything, man. Relentless.
But here comes Jennings again. Jennings with the ball, but he was cut out there by Comprehensive. Comprehensive trying to come up the field, but that was a hard kick. Seems like the ball went out of touch, so it will be a throw-in for the Jennings Secondary School.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching us live on the Antigua Parish League Network. You're live watching us on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and also our Instagram channel. And I'm here with Cedric, along with we have Mark, we have Derek there. You'll never guess who is the master controller, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I told him.
Well, we've been here saying, good things about the players, good things about the coach, but I want to say something good about, this Parish League setup. I'm telling you, I'm very impressed. It's something I love. Because the thing about it, we need to expose our players, and this is a way that we can expose our players. For years we've been talking about games being, videos and stuff, and now that Parish League has come on board and decided to do some games here for the school, for the inter-school games, it will be something that the coaches can use. They can go back and show their players how they look on the field, the mistakes they made, the great plays they made. And I must say thank you to you and your team, the Parish League.
For Jennings, and oh my, she had an open shot and goal there, and she thumped it to the left there, and it went out of touch. So a missed opportunity, number 15, I think it is. Number 15, yes, she had an excellent chance there to put that to the back of the net.
Latoya
Williams, a very diminutive figure. Get another chance again, behind the number 10, and again going to to the left, to the eastern side of the goal, and that sounds like is that half time?
No,
that's a sub.
You see, these young ladies have to realize they have to have some patience when they see that open goal. You can't just kick it anyhow. You know, you got to take your time, you look at your target properly, and pick a spot and hit it.
Cedric, it's easy for us to say no, but when you see that goal open in front of you, boy, you get so excited. I can push it to the back of the goal.
And that's my point. That's my point, because I know the open goal is going to get you excited. But even in your excitement, you have to be patient with it, because the ultimate goal is to get it in the net.
Most definitely. And you know, Cedric, just going back to our discussion about the community. If you hear the name Parish League, it speaks about the community.
Right.
And Parish League was formed out of a community setting. And so, you know, Taddy always tell me, hey, we want to bring sports in the community to everyone.
Amen.
This vehicle that, you know, Taddy, and here's an opportunity, and she's brought down, but no call by the referee there, so got to continue playing.
Oh, look at that control. That was beautiful.
These young players are really impressing me just with the control. May not be able to execute it to the fullest. There's a shot and goal, but that was a free. So very easy for the. Here we have a very animated spectator there. I'm not saying who she's supporting, but really issuing out, bellowing out some instructions and guidance there. And you know, sometimes we say, boy, they're too critical, but they just want to see their teams do well. They just want to see their son, their daughter, you know. And
well, we're just told that it's the keeper for Otters Comprehensive mother.
Oh, okay. Well, she's very passionate here, man. Yeah, so the Parish League Network, Cedric, this is what we're really all about. It's about bringing community sport back to the forefront, because again, the vision, the realization is without a proper community structure, sports is going to struggle, and we've seen that. And so this is what the Antigua Parish League Network is about. Is about bringing sports back into the community. You could stay all the way in New York, France, Italy, wherever you are, and see what is happening in sport. And you know, that is the whole focus and intention of the Antigua Parish League.
I tell you, good job. I just want to say kudos to the Parish League team. Good job. This is something that is overdue in Antigua for sports. I know it's here. I pray that we'll use it wisely, that it can get bigger and bigger.
See what's happening here now as the Others Comprehensive trying to get control of the ball, and they do now, and so they go down to the center. Nice little dribble, but not getting control. You know, I'm getting the impression the referee signals calls are very reactive. Because we would have seen it, we didn't hear the whistle. Only when the alarm went up, you heard the whistle.
No, but if you realize, it's what I said earlier. You see, the ref on the southern end knows that that's not his call. So he was given his ride the opportunity to make the call first, but when she did not, he decided, you know, I have to make this right. And that's what you call good work, good teamwork there. Because you can't stand up there and say, it's not my call.
Exactly. So quite a lot of instruction being given on the sideline by the Jennings coach, telling their players where to go, how to position themselves. Jennings, I think so far, I would say would have had the upper hand of this half. They've had a few good opportunities on goal, which they have not been able to capitalize on. Otters had one or two chances also, but I think we got to give kudos to the keeper for Jennings.
Yes.
She made one or two good saves, and so it's good going thus far. 0-0 is the scoreline so far in this inter-school on the 20 girls league right here at the
Radio Range playing field.
Radio Range playing field.
Yes. You know, and I totally agree with you, because Jennings so far has most of the possession for the game, and that is why most times it looks like they had more of their attacking, what we will say, applying most of the pressure upon Comprehensive.
came out with it, and so Otters trying to come onto the attack, pass forward, and the wall, I would call it.
I'm telling you.
Came out and just dig that out. So here it comes. Ah, what a nifty football game by number 50.
I tell you.
Nifty football by Latoya, but the bigger player, they look like the same number. Both of them seem to be number 15. And the player of the day, if you want to call it, Latoya putting in some nifty footwork and just eluding the defense there of the Otters comprehensive there.
And I tell you, the fans, they jumped up on their feet a while ago for that one. I tell you, some excitement here at the Ranger Range playfield.
You know something about football, what is so unique, you know, while scoring a goal is the ultimate goal, the ultimate end result. You know, fans enjoy these nifty foot movements on the field of play. Now, just seeing a player executing, using his skill set, including a player, that creates some real excitement among the spectators from time to time.
Oh, of course, because when you come to watch a game, you just don't want to see goals. It's not just goal. Yes, you want to see goal, but you want to see skill level. You want to see the touches and all these different things that make the game exciting. You know, and you're so correct.
I'm telling you, this Jennings team, they use a lot of physicality. I just see the number 13 just put a forearm in the other players back there, and that looks like halftime.
Yes, that sounds like the halftime whistle.
Cedric, I would probably say Jennings slightly ahead in terms of control and trying to execute their plays. And I think they would feel a little aggrieved that they were not able to capitalize on the opportunities. And I don't know. Time will tell if that will come back to haunt them.
Well, usually in the game of football, when that usually happens, especially in the first half, when your team get most of the opportunity to capitalize, to get a goal or get one or two, and it don't happen, usually in the end of the game, the other team get one, and it's all over. So I'm hoping that the coach right now at the half will remind them of this situation, because they got to keep pushing, they got to keep playing. They can't, if they sit back, all comprehensive need is one opportunity, and they just might score a goal.
I'm just looking down across the field, and I'm looking at where the camera can pick up the Otters comprehensive team on the sideline. Watch that parent. She is really giving it to them. She's letting them have it. Whatever she's telling them, the hands are moving, it's waving, and she's giving the instruction. The coach or the captain has no opportunity to get any word in, but she's taking over that.
Well, I was just saying that, because I'm saying it seems like the coach will not get an opportunity to speak, but maybe they have that kind of relationship that she comes around when the team is playing. Maybe she's one of the motivating factors that, as a parent, that comes along and help out that team. So kudos to them.
It's not really unique now, because I remember going back into my playing days. Yes, we had parents like that, we had supporters like that. They would just come and they would take over team meetings, and they'll tell you what you should, what you shouldn't do. And it's all good. I mean, once you could take the criticism, I think one of the challenges with today's players, everybody's so sensitive, everybody's so for want of a better word, soft. They can't take any harsh criticism, and everybody's he talked too hard for me, she talked too hard, and try where nowadays we had to suck it up and just go on the field and execute.
Well, that brought out the best in us. We didn't look at it that way. Most people that looked at it that way is most times are parents. Parents don't like when people go louder than them on their children. And so most parents hearing you go loud and saying, but I don't go that loud, they will take offense. But they have to understand there's a psyche when it comes to coaching. A coach can't stay quiet all the time. A coach cannot speak the same way all the time, have the same tone. Sometimes you have to change that tone so players may understand, okay, coach is getting, this is what coach really want me to do, so let me get it in. Because if the coach keep the same tone all the time, the players will not make that adjustment.
And as we went back and said, because you're dealing with so many different characters, different personalities, your coaching style, your leadership style has to be very fluid. It has to be adjusted. Sometimes you're going to have to be very firm. Sometimes you have to be, you pull back a bit, give them the opportunity to showcase their skill set. And another time you have to be inclusive, everybody give their idea. So it's a mixture, and I think what separates the good coaches from the ordinary coaches is those who are able to find that right mixture that can work for the set of personnel that you're.
And you're so correct. You're so correct. You're so correct. Because you have to know what you have. Sometimes as a coach, you might have your way of coaching, and you'll say, "This is my style. This is how I coach. This is what I want to happen." But then from your practice, you will realize that, okay, I don't have that talent pool to get what I want. So now you have to make that adjustment to get the job done.
Most certainly, and we can see both teams they're in a little huddle. They're trying to, I guess they're evaluating what would have happened and how they're gonna make whatever corrections to whatever pitfalls they would have seen in the first half, and how they could better their performance. But I would say, Cedric, I would say, especially the Jennings team, I think the coach would be relatively satisfied with the intent. As I said, I like the intent on the field of play. The Otters team, I think they may be saying, okay, look, Jennings, they came out with all their pressure, we were able to absorb it, so now we can now try and see if we can go on a little counter attack. Maybe their legs are a little bit more weak now, and so let's see if we can take advantage of that and see if we can sneak a goal or two in the back of the net here.
Well, if Comprehensive is saying that, I'm telling you, that's a good saying. That's a really good saying, because I tell you, as we were saying in the first half, watching the Jennings team, because they were the aggressor in the first half. Second half, you don't know the energy level they will have to continue that aggressiveness. So now I believe that Comprehensive really need now to come and say, listen, they were the aggressor first half, we need to be the aggressor second half to change the complexion of this game.
Most definitely, and I think the standout players for me in that first half would have been the number 15, and there's another short one for Jennings. I think they really played with a lot of energy, and they really were they played with a lot of energy, and they came real persistent at the Otters team. Otters, they had one or two players who tried to go up to the front, and so it was really good to see the youngsters. My big impression again for that half was the intent. I saw them trying to string passes together, trying to get into a little playbook. Yes, they may not have executed to the level standard that we would have liked, but the intent is more important to me, and as they mature, they will get a lot better.
Yes.
We're going to try and see if we can get a little word with the coach of the Jennings team when she gets up there. I don't know if I can get a message to try to see if we can get a message to the Otters team, Karen, if we can get her to come up on this side here, just have a little quick chat with them about, coaching in this form and the challenges and the aspirations that they could have along this scene.
Well, that would be good that you can get both coaches here to get that interview.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here. We are at the Radio Range Playfield, and I'm here with Cedric as we bring you live coverage of the Under 20 Girls Inter-School Football Competition right here. And today we have Jennings Secondary. They're coming up against the Otters Comprehensive School right here. And for the first half, first 30 minutes, 30-30. 0-0 is the tagline here. And we want to pick up our sponsors, our platinum sponsor, ACB Caribbean, Simply Smarter Banking. For all of your banking and financial needs, be sure to check them out there at ACB Caribbean for all of your banking and financial needs.
The ball has gone out of touch there. Seems like it's Jennings' ball. Jennings is now attacking on the northern end of the field, while the Comprehensive is now going to the southern end of the field. Thought it was but but it seems like a free kick instead of a throw. Yes, it's a free kick, and here comes Jennings with the kick. Ball number 10, but it was cut out there by the number 10 player for Otters Comprehensive, and here comes Comprehensive trying to get down the field, trying to see what they can happen, but there was some miscommunication there between both players, and now the ball, wow, not just between the Comprehensive players, but even Jennings, because they stood up and wondering what's happening. But here comes Comprehensive, way down on that far right-hand flank, coming towards the goal, cross in, and here comes that keeper, lying down right there on that ball to hold on to it.
Yes, most definitely. The keeper really likes to be a part of the action. She goes hard at it. And there's a whistle. Let's see what happened here.
No, the little girl made a mistake, and yes, it's the rule, but sometimes as officials, you got to understand sometimes that you can let the play continue and make a correction, and when you make the correction, but it's an indirect kick given to Comprehensive, because the keeper, when she held the ball, the rules changed for years, and that you can't drop it and hold it again, and she kind of dropped it to kick it out and hold it again, and that's the call.
Cedric, something I just observed a while ago. Oh, and it's a goal. It's a goal. So that looks like number, trying to get her jersey. She's running to the far left, just trying to turns her back. I'll give you the exact. Still trying. She's not turning her back to us, but she snuck it in to the left side of the goal there, number 10. So that looks like, let me give you the name, Denisha Samuel. That's the captain actually, and she was able to find the back of the net. And Cedric, is that the one goal that we're talking about that the Comprehensive team will be able to sneak into the back of the net?
Well, I'm telling you, it's a hard one. That was a hard one. You can see the keeper, she's holding her face because she realized the mistake she made, and it's a hard one, but that's what we talked about. That one opportunity, and that one opportunity could cost you the game. But now they realize now that whatever opportunity comes their way again, they will have to use it, because it's no longer 0-0 or 0-0, but it's 1-0 now, and they have to utilize whatever possession they get next time around to try and even this game back up.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they play now, knowing that they are in the hole, so per se, being one goal down. It'll be interesting to see if they'll still come out aggressive, attacking, or if they'll be a little bit more conservative. And there's a player kicking away her boots. Here comes Jennings trying to come down the right flank, but not really having control of the ball. And there is Denisha, the captain, and not giving up is that Jennings player, number 10. So we have two number 10, and whoa. Oh my, I should have let that play continue. I know it was a bit rough, but both players were...
What play? I don't see any foul there. What's going on? You had two young ladies there roughing it out for the ball. One fell to the ground and the other one won the ball. I guess when you fall to the ground, it's a call.
I guess the referee just want to keep a little semblance of order to the play, so they call it a bit tight. Here comes Otters Comprehensive trying to come through, and here's another opportunity again, and here's the wall, and here's a chance, and that is kicked wide of the goal post there, so another opportunity goes a begging.
And this is what I'm talking about. Now it's Comprehensive turn. So now Comprehensive is applying the pressure, and if that young lady would have just taken her time, because the ball was not rolling, it was bumping on the ground, and sometimes that's the hardest ball to kick. So you have to take your time, try get the proper touch where you can put the ball in the back of the net. But Comprehensive seems to have turned the table around here, now being the aggressor, where Jennings was the aggressive team in the first half of the game. Now Comprehensive seems to be the more aggressive team in the second half thus far.
Most definitely, and obviously the Comprehensive spirits will be buoyed a bit from that goal. They're going to feel a little more, but here comes Jennings trying to get something going. That number 15 really impressed me That is Latoya. Latoya, very impressive, very agile on the field, really making her presence felt all along the field. But here comes Others Comprehensive again, and you're so right, Cedric. Others Comprehensive is being more aggressive now in this half. There's a little funny moment as wait, the ball is still in play, and here comes a transfer goal, and it is another goal. So a sloppy piece of defense here by the Jennings Secondary School, and so it's Cedric. Well, it looks like if Jennings may be slowly losing their way here.
Well, we spoke about it being burned out. From what I'm seeing so far, the Jennings players, the defense, they're standing a lot. They're not moving like how they were moving in the first half, and Comprehensive is taking all that into play and realizing, hey, we have the upper hand now, so let us keep pushing on them, and as long as Comprehensive do that, we might end up with more goals coming in the second half for Comprehensive.
All right, so we're going to be joined shortly by the coach of the Jennings team. Let's make sure I have the name right, Miss Potter Isaac. Yes. Miss Lloyd, sorry, Miss Isaac, I see that here's another shot and goal and stopped by the keeper there. Yeah, your team has gone 2-0 down after a very impressive first half. How would you evaluate the first half?
Well, we try to hold them out in the first half, try to pass around the ball, get to the goal, but we had a problem finishing.
These young ladies here, how challenging is it to really work with these young players with the limited resources that they can afford to team?
I know it's not an easy job coaching females with limited resources, but we try to stick together, work together as a team, and get the job done.